We're in Denver at the 2024 SVG Regional Sports Production Summit. Brandon Costa from Sports Video Group. Thrilled to be joined by good friend from SNY, Matt Sandulli. Matt helps run everything in live programming over at the New York-based RSN. Matt, wonderful to see you here. Thanks so much for taking the time. How are you?
I appreciate it, bud. Happy to be here.
Yeah, the New York Mets are currently arguably the hottest team in baseball. You were saying earlier it felt like the season was lost, and now here we go. You guys have had a lot of fun broadcasting the Mets over the past few weeks. What are some of the highlights for you in terms of what you all have been able to accomplish in terms of the broadcasting of games this season?
I think the biggest thing was, again, we were concerned that the season was going to be a long, long season. And then all of a sudden, they started to play better. And it just makes doing the job day to day that much easier. You know, Greg Picker, John DeMarco, Eddie Warman, Tommy Rockland, the production guys, and obviously our talent. I mean, it's a long year. And when you're not playing well, that year gets longer really fast. And all of a sudden, the team starts playing well. And just doing the job gets that much more enjoyable for me to watch, whether I'm there or at home on the couch. And I think the best thing is the guys have really capitalized on how well the play is going. Right? Our show, the one thing I tell you about our show all the time is our guys do a really good job when things are really good and when things are really bad, but it's a lot more work when things are really bad. It's a lot more challenging. So it kind of gives everybody a breath of fresh air when a team starts to play well.
And as a neutral baseball fan, SNY broadcasts are always one of my personal favorite ones to watch. Obviously, your booth gets a lot of credit, but your name dropped, your front bench. A lot of innovation goes on in Mets broadcasts. The run out with the bullpen on the camera. You've got split screens, a lot of cinematic things you guys have fun with. What is it about, the team, that production group that works behind the scenes, that they're able to have so much fun trying some cool things that bring a new approach to watching a live baseball game in a long season, like you said?
Yeah, I think, the guys have been together for a long time, and they're very good at what they do. They're very creative. Greg's been there from the beginning. John was an intern who now directs the show. Eddie and Tommy are spectacular at what they do. I think the one thing that everybody is creative and everybody's always looking for something new, different, and just trying to keep the fans engaged as much as they can. Some of the new stuff or some of the different stuff that we do, again, is a credit to the guys trying new things. I think a lot of that is, we've produced TV, we've produced baseball games and directed baseball games the same way for a long time. And I'll be honest with you, there are things we do that I'm not totally comfortable with sometimes, but we're not producing for me anymore, right? We're producing for a different generation. And I think you got to be able to have an open mind and sprinkle some of that in. And I think John, our director, does a good job with looking at things differently and seeing how to integrate some things. And I think our overall attitude is, look at, you never want to stifle people's creativity. You want to be able to let them have creativity with everybody being comfortable. And I think we've gotten to that point. Again, John tries different things. And it's not your traditional broadcast at times, but at times it's absolutely your traditional broadcast. Greg's the leader. He's been there forever. And he does a really good job making sure that we're not crossing lines. We're not doing anything that we shouldn't be doing. And it's always the show comes first. And that's the best part about it.
Last question, and a question I never thought I'd have to ask someone about, but I need to ask you about the Grimace effect. And we laugh about it, and it's become a fun storyline in the Mets season, but how do you properly wrap a storytelling lasso around that? Not everyone is chronically online like some of us and might not get what the whole conversation is, but how have you guys, for the linear broadcast, attempted to embrace this subplot that's emerged in the Mets season?
Well, we thank the Met fans because they're coming to the park dressed as Grimace now.
That makes it a little
so it's pretty easy for John DeMarco to take a shot at Grimace, and the guys in the booth know the storyline, and so it's kind of hinted at. It's never been truly addressed, but again, our social teams kept up with it, and the game broadcasters sprinkled it in here and there, and it's just become one of those things that just kind of caught fire, and you ride it as long as you can, I guess. It is really funny. Like I said earlier today, our younger people, I'm like, how do people even know who Grimace is? You have no idea. You don't know who the Hamburglar is, right? And they're like, well, we do know about him, and it just kind of caught fire, and it's been one of those funny little things that during the course of the season kind of catches on, and you run with it.
Well, they know him for the Grimace milkshake, not for anything else, right?
Right. It's like those characters are 50 years old,
We really appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much for being here. Enjoy it while it's fun, and hopefully it stays fun. We'll be excited to watch the Mets the rest of the way.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, for more of everything going on here at the 2024 SVG Regional Sports Production Summit, head on over to our website at sportsvideo.org.